You know the one thing we haven't done? We haven't booked Jeff Cobb for tonight, have we? Jeff Cobb is on the New Japan roster. Where do we see Jeff Cobb? Do we see him in the World Championship picture? The United States Championship picture? The Openweight Championship picture? I mean, Jeff Cobb is someone who can span many different genres, can't he, really? What's up, Bummy? What you got to tell me? Jeff Cobb for the Never Openweight. I think he suits everything, doesn't he, really? Why? Does anyone know why the logos have stopped loading up in these screens now? I don't know why it is. Hey ho. Yeah. Right. I'll switch the entrance off already, so we should be good to go. Yeah, Ian, I'm gonna have you see Lucha Reject now has got a he's got a picture of the Shockmaster's face next to him. We're gonna have some more of those soon, I think, and we're gonna get Jeff Cobb as one of the membership badges. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, Man United will finish top 4. Leicester will lose to Arsenal tomorrow, and Man United and Chelsea will be 3rd and 4th. Easy. Easy peasy. I think Jeff Cobb literally could be in every single championship picture. I mean, even the tag team picture, he could be the Chosen Bros alongside Matt Riddle. Maybe not the junior heavyweight. Here, Aaron. Can you see Bunme's chat then, Aaron, can you? Nobody else can see it. Everyone thinks I'm going mad and talking to myself. Yeah, that's booked in. That is Jace. We should be seeing that. Yeah, nobody else can see it, Aaron. Everyone thinks I'm going mad. Everyone thinks I'm just talking to myself all the time. I'm glad someone else can see him, because I keep thinking I'm going weird. Yeah, Budme's a Chelsea fan. Very excited for next season with Timo Werner and Ziyech. I think Man United will just end up getting a defender, to be honest. I don't think they'll go big anywhere else. Got Spurs versus Everton about to kick off as well. So we have got a good night planned. I've got some beers, I've got some curry in the slow cooker for after the stream. Got the football on. We've got New Japan versus NXT. And we're looking good. We're starting things off strong. As you can see with the rankings, by the way, if you've checked them over on NXT, what I have done is I've freshened them up. So basically I've taken away all of the rankings and put them into the previous rankings so we can keep this season separate to the overall, so we can sort of see who's getting on with what. Yeah, I've got it on Bun Me. I've got it on at the same time as this so I can keep an eye on it. And it's live. Yes, I'll be watching it at the same time. See you in a bit, mate. Messi linked with Manchester City. Wow. I can't see it happening this summer, to be honest, Jay. I haven't yet, Aaron. No, I got home and I got caught up in other stuff, so I've not done anything yet. I might try and get it ready to do for tomorrow, though. Have you done yours yet? Yeah, I'm doing okay, thanks, Chloe. It's been a bit of a busy day today. I've been caught up a bit, so I managed to, well, end up doing the stream a little bit later than planned. No, I think, I don't think there's enough money in the world at the moment to move Messi around this summer. I think after all the stuff that's gone on, it's a bit of a difficult one, I think. I don't think Man City could afford it at this point in time. Oh, that's good. It's possible, yeah. Everyone thinks I'm just going crazy and I'm talking to myself, though. No, I will do it, no, Aaron. I'll do the 588 pluses, and I'll do it on the PlayStation. I find it a lot easier than doing it on my phone, as you saw how much I made problems. Nothing much New Generation. This is just the first match. We're starting things off with New Japan. No, I can't see Messi leaving Barca. I mean, it'll be interesting. I've always said that I think that Ronaldo is a better player than Messi because Ronaldo has proved himself in different leagues, whereas Messi's only ever proved himself in Spain. Good evening, who am I? Nice takedown there by Ricochet now. Looking to head up on top. And dropping that big senton onto Will Ospreay. Ooh, not quite enough. Well, this was always going to be cracking on paper, wasn't it, Lucha Reject? This is nothing, mate. This is just literally for rankings. That's a good point, who am I? I mean, I can't even say your name anymore, can I? And Will Ospreay gets the victories. I'm being harassed by a fly. Am I in the right one? I'm not. I'm in NXT. No wonder I can't find the right names. Right, of course, the rankings are in the description down below. If somebody wants to check New Japan, because it's a new link, I want to make sure that I've done it correctly. But if someone can nip over into New Japan, that will be appreciated, so I can make sure I've done it right. But at least now, we have our first set of rankings on the board. So yeah, this is what I've done now, New Generation, the spreadsheets, if you go in there as well, is I've set, like, for every match, I basically copied something that Justin did when he was playing around. And he put, like, a reason for every match down, so I've sort of stolen that idea. So for every match, we're going to have some sort of point to it. And so this match is mainly just for rankings, as well as momentum in the junior heavyweight division. I don't know, Jay. I think the Messi one's a bit different, isn't it? Because if you look at the whole story with the Messi one, was it they scouted him when he was very young? They brought him through, and he had issues with growth deficiency, and they paid for his medical treatment to treat all of that sort of stuff. So I feel like there's a lot more there. I mean, Wayne Rooney was a Liverpool fan who was told he was too fat by the Liverpool scouts who joined Everton, who then moved to Man United. I think Messi might be a little bit of a different story. I mean, I wouldn't put it. I mean, if it wasn't for all the stuff that had got in this year, I wouldn't say it's completely out of the question. But with the lack of money that football teams are going to have this summer, because of the amount of revenue they've lost out on, I mean, Spurs have just had to take a massive loan not long ago. So, because of that, I would imagine that everyone's going to struggle to spend money, to be honest. I think the prices of players will come down as well. Who am I? I've got 2K20. I brought the special edition on the release day, the £80-90 version, but it's just not stable still, to be honest. There's so many issues with crashes and so many issues with logos not loading from creative. I mean, if we were just using the normal people on the game, I would go with 2K20. But as soon as you delve into cores, it just becomes so much more buggy. It's really difficult to use, to be honest. Yeah, I have seen that, Jay. It's seems to happen every year, that sort of story, doesn't it, really? But yeah, I've seen it a lot more this year. And the Messi's not really happy. I know a lot of the Barcelona players aren't really happy with the situation at the moment, are they? I mean, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but I just don't think there's going to be a lot of big transfers this summer. I don't think a lot of clubs are going to have the money. Like I say, Spurs have just taken, I think it was quite close to 100 million. And Man United's taken a £100 million loan as well. So a lot of these clubs are having to take loans just to financially support themselves. So I can't see big spends. One thing, though, for football-wise, that I would say is not completely out of the question. I mean, it seems unlikely, but it's not completely out of the question, would be for Harry Kane to go to Manchester United. I would say that's not like completely against the question, you know. Spurs are broke. Brand new stadium to pay for. They've got no money to spend on transfers. If they sell one of their biggest assets, they've got a good chance. Yeah, Okada versus Omega would be pretty good new generation. I mean, if neither of them qualify for the championship match, I think it's definitely a feud we can build towards the pay-per-view. Omega versus Okada, maybe even, I don't know, throw it down the lines of a Iron Man match, or throw it down the lines of a best 2 out of 3 falls. I think it'd be a cracking match. Who am I? No, I've not really played Madden before, to be honest. I don't really... I've watched a bit of American football here and there, but not a huge amount, to be honest. So it's a possibility, Jay. I don't know whether anyone's going to have the money for a big deal like that at this point in time. He's going to want a massive wage, isn't he? But it's an interesting one in the tag team division. Then Evil and Sonata versus the OC. Oh, nice powerbomb there by Evil. Taking down Carl Anderson. I mean, we could be seeing this match again pretty soon, couldn't we, really? I mean, we know that Gallows and Anderson are, well, reported to have signed with Impact Wrestling. With the option to work for New Japan at the same time. So we could be seeing this match very, very soon, to be honest. Not really who am I, to be honest. Yeah, Iron Man could be a good shout. We'll have to see how it pans out across the month. I mean, if, like I said, if Omega doesn't win and Okada doesn't win their matches... we could end up seeing... we could build up to that match at the pay-per-view. The only issue we have with New Japan is going to be very much the same as there's a tap. Wow. There's the tap. Evil and Sonata of LIJ get the win. Okay. Evil and Sonata get the win over Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Yeah, I was saying, I think... we're going to have very much the same issue with New Japan as we do have with NXT. And that one is going to be that there is a large amount of tag teams. Nope. Sorry, I'm on the tag team tab. I forgot what I saw right there. There's a large amount of championships. So there's 6 belts on this brand. So effectively 6 of the 7 matches at the pay-per-view are going to be championship matches, just like we have with NXT as well. Yeah, it's the same sort of thing, am I really? And it cost quite a bit here as well. No problem, Jamie. See you in a minute. Yeah, I think they're sort of leaning towards that, aren't they, Jay, at this point in time? I think both of these guys are pretty solid tag team wrestlers. It always stuns me to think that Sonata is the same Sonata that was in Impact for a bit, though. That's always stuns me. We can do, yeah. I mean, at the moment, the stable-wise, I've got them set up. I've got Bullet Club as Jay White, Kenta, Bad Luck Fale, Tai J Ishimori, Tama Tonga, Tanga Loa. We've got the Elite as Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Marty Skull. We've got the Club as AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. So we've got them sort of split up at the moment. Yeah, it surprised me, Jay, didn't it? You can't see Jay's messages. I think chat might be playing up a bit, to be honest. Because a lot of people can't see other people's messages. I don't know what would cause that, to be honest. Oh, that's a nice beer, that is. Right, this should be an interesting triple threat as well. I mean, this is the chance to be in a 5-star, doesn't it, really? I mean, I'm still not quite sure. Again, I think Finn Balor's very much like Jeff Cobb in this scenario. I mean, he can fight for a lot of different things, really. I mean, of course, junior heavyweight was something that Finn Balor was very good with in his previous run in New Japan, but also maybe pushing him up towards the Intercontinental division as well. I mean, an off chance, maybe the world, but I don't think a chance this month will be. But definitely, I feel like Finn could go for the Intercontinental belt as well. I was going to book some other people for this card, but I tried to hold off a little bit because I didn't want the same people on 2 shows. I know we had some suggestions for Adam Cole and stuff like that, and saying that, have I done that wrong? I mean, I don't mind them being on both cards, on both shows, sorry. But I tried to avoid booking them so they're both on the same stream. Yeah, so Finn Balor and Kushida are both not booked in NXT for tonight's show, which is the sort of plan I was looking to do. Should be an interesting one then. It's Finn Balor now with that underhook, taking down Takahashi. This is a triple threat, mate. New Generation. Again, not anything set in for it yet. We're just sort of playing the field a bit, seeing who stands out. These 3 guys could be involved in the junior heavyweight division. So Will Ospreay sort of stepped up a little bit. I'm sure the winner of this triple threat is also going to stand up and be counted in this division as well. And then give it another week or 2, we can sort of see who stepped up and who deserves the opportunity. Takahashi booting the knee of Finn Balor, now taking him up. Springing him off that top rope into a sit-out powerbomb. Not enough, though. Match continues. Kushida re-enters the ring and gets taken down by Takahashi. Takahashi now looking to clothesline Kushida, who avoided it and dropped him neck first across that top rope. Wow, Finn just wiped out. Flops on top of Kushida, not quite enough. I don't think there's a lot in chat, New Generation. It's not like overly busy at the moment. Are you? Can you not see people as well? I mean, I know that a lot of people can't see Bun Me. And the chat rate is not high, I must admit, but I don't think it should be completely dead. Hi, Jamie. That's odd, New Generation. Jay, can you see New Generation's chat? Or is it just one way? He really beat Ishii, did he? Wow, that's pretty impressive. That's an interesting... That's why I quite like the New Japan Cup, just because they do mix and match the roster a little bit. Because the one problem that New Japan can have sometimes is that they sort of lock people into divisions and then that's where they are. And I think sometimes it is pretty good to see people sort of have opportunities. Oh, it's a tricky one, New Generation. I must admit, it's a tricky one, but I feel like that Walter versus Pete Dunne match is going to take a lot to be beaten, to be honest. It was... I think it was just how many of the finishes. I think Walter kicked out like 4 bitter ends. It was just an amazing... It was just longevity, really. Nice gut buster there by Finn Balor on Kushida. Kushida rolls to the outside. Balor now stalking. And Balor's going to go for the coup de grace on Takahashi. There's the pin. 1. What? That's not enough. Wow. Oh, is that the case, is it? Oh, I didn't know that, to be honest. Yeah, Walter versus Tyler Bates will be a big one as well. I'm good, thank you, Alex. How are you? Hope things are going better. Takahashi, nice leg lariat, taking Kushida down. And now Finn once again working over Takahashi. Kushida now with Takahashi up on the shoulder. Looking for the air raid slam. Drops him. Finn and Kushida now. Finn with the underhook. Boom. Brainbuster. Finn now drops into the pin. The Finn pin. Oh, it's still only a 2 count. NXT need to worry here, you know. New Japan have started off very, very strong here tonight. Very strong. But then again, AEW were very strong throughout the weeks. And NXT really pulled out of the pay-per-view. Nice suplex by Finn. Takahashi now Death Valley driver on Finn Balor. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Takahashi gets the win. Wow. That is a big, big win for Takahashi. Gives him 2 ranking points and a loss for Finn Balor. A loss for Kushida. And we have seen a lot of movement today in the junior heavyweight division. Yeah, it's been a very strong card so far for New Japan. Only 3 matches in, but they've looked pretty impressive so far. And we've still got some amazing matches yet to come. Of course, we've got 3 matches tonight that are almost like a main event, aren't they? Ishii versus Shibata. Jon Moxley versus Lance Archer. Omega versus Nakamura versus Tanahashi versus Jay White in a fatal 4-way elimination. That's crazy. Absolutely amazing matches here. New Japan. Wow. NXT have had a bit of a running start, though. They've had more chance to build up, and they're going to continue straight on from TakeOver. But New Japan, I mean, if they're going to go from a dry start straight into this, then NXT could be in trouble. Boom. Right, so Gresham and Lethal going up against the Bucks. Another match to sort of allow this tag team division or tag team rankings to really start to take shape. Should be pretty good. Take a long time to load. I haven't left the entrances on, have I? If it takes a long time to load, it generally means I've left the entrances on. You know what I'm like. the Dislike Crew been in yet? Not yet. Right then, here we go. Have I left the... No, I haven't left the entrances on. Okay. It's a very American-based match, isn't it, really, from the tag team division. We've already seen Evil and Sonata pick up a strong tag team victory here tonight. There's not really been much that's happened in the tag team division so far. Gorillas of Destiny have got a victory. And LIJ have got a victory. And also Gallows and Anderson with a loss, as well as LIJ with a loss as well. So apart from that, we're better than anything in the tag division. So there's a lot of work to still be done. I think we're going to really have to start to mix things up a bit here to really decide who's going to go for the tag team championships. So at the moment, Nick Jackson's inside the ring. Yeah, we probably will do it at some point, Jamie. We'll do it like a four-way. We do have a triple threat elimination tag on NXT tonight. Nick Jackson still working over Gresham. And I must admit, I was quite surprised by the votes, you know. I mean, I knew New Japan was going to do well. There's no surprise there at all. But I was surprised how current day WWE's roster did pretty well as well. So that was a bit of a surprise. But there you go. I mean, it would be interesting to see what happens moving forward again. I think it'll be good to see what happens in Impact in the near future. With Slammiversary and that sort of stuff, and who's going to end up signing for Impact. That could really make our roster very interesting. It's also, I don't know if anyone else saw this today, but it has been announced that Brian Pillman Jr. is going to make his debut in AEW Dark this week. So that should be interesting. However, I believe he's just going to get squashed, to be honest. He's setting a match against Sean Spears, so I can't see him winning, to be honest. But I'd like him to. Boom, there's a super kick there. But the cattle mutilation locked in by Jonathan Gresham. Matt Jackson breaks it. I know, Jamie, the vote wasn't on the stream as such. It was it comes up on the community tab. I'm not quite sure how it works on YouTube, to be honest, but it comes up almost like it's almost like a video, but it's not a video, it's a post. I leave it up for about 24 hours normally for you guys to vote on it, so yeah, there should be some more coming out sooner or later. Yeah, I did see that New Generation, yeah. As if things couldn't get any worse from over there, right? It's been a pretty good tag team match, actually, so far, isn't it? Pretty solid. Oh, I love that, I really do. The super kick from the double axe handle. Yeah, I've just seen that fanfic. It was very, very poor, to be honest. Forearm, and it's broken up by Nick. I mean, this has actually been a very good match. We might have found some really good chemistry between these two teams. We see another cattle mutilation locked in, but broken straight away by Matt. I don't think Jay Lethal really saw that coming. Oh, what a boot by Jay Lethal. Another boot by Gresham. Great submissions, aren't they? Yeah, Nick and Matt Jackson, Jamie Green, they are. Matt is the one in the corner with the darker hair, and Nick is the one on the ground with the browner hair with the headband on. Moonsault there by Jay Lethal. That was pretty good, Alex. We did a lot of streaming this weekend. I was saying earlier, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream as much this week. Work looks like it's going to be pretty mad. I think I might actually be off for quite a few days. It looks like I'll be able to stream tonight and stream tomorrow. However, it looks like then I might be off until Sunday. I know it's a big chunk of time, but I've got a big project on at work this week. I think I might be stuck in there for quite a considerable amount of time this week. And on Saturday as well. That's not good, is it? Although I always think you can never really trust the media too much. They like to scaremonger quite a lot as well. Always take everything you see in the papers as a pinch of salt. Nice neck breaker there by Jay Lethal. Dragging Matt Jackson middle of the ring into the pin. But Nick is there to break it up. Really? It's Everton versus Spurs, Lucha. Lethal with the big boots, and I'm quite sure what happened there with Matt Jackson. He seemed to take out Lethal somehow, but it wasn't very effective. Nice hurricanrana by Nick as Matt now stalking Jay Lethal. Boom, super kick right into the face. Matt Jackson with a pin, Nick catching Gresham. Oh, didn't catch him enough though, did he? Matt Jackson now up top. Big moonsault right over the top of Jay Lethal and Matt Jackson, who were fighting. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, New Generation, to be honest. It's been one of the top tag team matches we've seen in quite a long time. I mean, we had that whole Dusty Classic, didn't we, at NXT last month, but or last week, shall I say? And I don't think any of those tag team matches really got up to this level. That's how I'm watching it as well, fanfiction, on the totally legal way of doing it. But the problem is, it's about two and a half minutes behind, so I can never actually know, to be honest. Nice dropkick right to the back by Jay Lethal on Nick Jackson. Matt taking down Gresham, and I'll drop in a knee pushed right into the face. Nice back elbow by Nick Jackson. Dumping Jay Lethal to the outside. It's been a hell of a tag team match so far. Matt Jackson rolling Gresham through. Oh, I thought it was that actually. So now Lethal and Nick Jackson are fighting their way up the ramp, and it's broken up there. The drop kick to the spine of Matt Jackson. Now Lethal taking Jackson over, locking the figure 4 leg lock. Nick is miles away, but Matt was really close to the ropes. And now single leg Boston Crab, but again, you've not moved him. He's still next to the ropes, you daft git. That's arm breaker by Nick Jackson on Jay Lethal. Strong fist. Evening, Luca. It's Gresham and Lethal in control at this period of time. Nick Jackson boot in the gut, forearm, another boot in the gut, another forearm. Clubbing blow to the back. Surely someone's got to win this match at some point, you'd think, wouldn't you? Surely. Don't call me Shirley. Nick Jackson brings Gresham back up into the super kick. Matt Jackson catching Jay Lethal. There's the pin. Is Lethal going to get there in time? He does not. And the Bucks get the victory finally. It's a pretty good tag team match, to be honest. And the Elite get the win over the team of Lethal and Gresham. And then into the singles roster, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson pick up a point, where Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham pick up a loss. Now, Jay Lethal will be fighting in a match in the United States Championship Division next week, shall I say, or tomorrow, as is otherwise known. But it'd be interesting to see whether he can turn that poor momentum around. 5-star match. Yeah. New Japan has started incredibly strong. And you can't see it dropping off at this point in time, can you? I mean, Ishii versus Shibata. It's going to be amazing. We know it is. Moxley versus Archer. It's going to be cracking. And then, of course, the main event, the Fatal 4-Way Elimination. So it's going to be good, isn't it, no matter what? Oh, I did read, by the way, what you were talking about yesterday, Jay, about Shayna Baszler. I read the story a bit more this morning. Apparently, Vince has removed her from the main roster because he's not happy with her MMA style of wrestling. He doesn't believe it suits female wrestling, which is why he no longer wants to use her on the main roster, and she's been bent down to NXT. That's forearm by Ishii, clattering Shibata, who does have the height advantage in this one. Nice underhook. Got them swapping positions there. The battle's now going to commence on the outside with Shibata, clubbing the back and launching Ishii around. No, I completely agree, New Generation. I've said that before. The problem is, Jay, if that's the case, if they're going to create that stable with Mercedes Martinez and Nicole Savoy and Shayna, then all three of those know they're never going to leave NXT, because if Vince doesn't want the women's division to have an MMA style to it, which is odd considering how much they wanted Ronda Rousey, if that's not what he wants, then those women know they're never going to progress from where they are. They're never going to make that step up. Yeah, I don't get it, New Generation, to be honest. I think some people like to just join the bandwagon half the time. Just cause problems for causing problems' sake. Well, that's the thing. I would agree. If I'm going to watch WWE, if you give me a choice of watching one show, NXT would be the thing I would watch. NXT is still their development. It is. That's where they build people up to move them onto the main roster. They're wrong, it's a much higher level. But it's still development. And that's good for WWE. When your developmental brand is the same level as your main competition, it's very good for them. Yeah, it is. There you go, Jay. Luca believes that NXT is still the developmental because he used the phrase call up. When they call people up, that's what it is, isn't it? Pin here by Shibata. I think they had to do that to try and legitimize it, but that's what they're still using it as that, though, aren't they? That's still the first place that wrestlers will come onto TV, and then when they get to a certain level, they get moved on to Raw or Smackdown. It's like ECW. They always classed ECW as their third brand, but ECW was always a place where they just put people to see how they got on a singles run, or put the younger people to see how they developed. I agree, Jay. I don't believe that. I believe that NXT is the best product they put out. I'll completely agree with you on that. But the problem is WWE believe it's their developmental still. They don't like to say it, but they believe it. Tomohiro Ishii with a victory over Katsuyori Shibata. Big win in the openweight division. Shibata not happy. That's a big win, that is, for Shibata. Not Shibata, sorry, Ishii. Very disappointing for Shibata, though. Yeah, it was a cutscene. This wasn't a very good one, was it, really? Disappointment from Shibata. Maybe we can see him step up. There you go, Jay. You just said it yourself. You just said it yourself. You just said it yourself, my friend. You said that NXT is not the developmental, yet you refer to Raw and SmackDown as the main roster. Boom! You got burned. Here we go then. A big match in the United States Championship division. No, you weren't. You got done, mate. You got caught out there. You got caught out. Magnus? Magnus. Is there any reason why you're here? Okay, I have a random cat in my living room. Magnus. Magnus. What are you doing? What are you doing, Magnus? Okay. The big white cat is here. I can see you. I can see you, mate. You can't just wander into someone's house like that. Don't just look at me and roll around on the floor. He's a little kid, I'll tell you. No, I agree with you, Jay. No, I agree with you, Jay. Raw and SmackDown have not been very good at all. But the problem is, NXT is still that's how it's treated. WWE don't see NXT on the same level as Raw and SmackDown. They haven't done for a... I mean, a lot of them might do, but Vince never will. Because NXT's not his. Vince will never treat NXT fairly. I know, Chloe, I've got 2 female cats, and I've got one big random white male cat just sat here. Magnus. 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 I'm going to keep calling you that until you accept it. Magnus. Magnus. Stupid cat. It's true, yeah, they just sneak in and do what they want to do, don't they? You know what Vince is like. If Vince is busting somebody back down to NXT, that proves that Vince still believes that it's developmental, doesn't it? And that's how Shayna will feel. I'm sure she will do. I'm sure she'll feel like she's been demoted. Magnus, where are you? Magnus? 1 second, this cat's disappeared. 1 second. He's eating their food. There we go. No, I've had my neutered Chloe. That's why I'm not too worried with a big male cat walking around my house at the moment. Pinned by Archer. Is that going to be enough? No, it's not. I need a 2 count. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've never been a Pickford fan, Luca. I've never rated him. Everyone went mad at him in the World Cup, and I always said he's not that good. Always. Archer now Moxley up and slams him down. Nice jawbreaker by Mox. He then just wipes him out. They are as well. They went in, oh my god. Yeah, I see what you mean, Luca. I've just seen it now. The best thing is he's like giving people like fist bumps like he did a really good job. This is the 6th match, Lucha. We've got one more left after this one. There's the paradigm shift. Is he going to pull this off? I still haven't watched this year's Wrestle Kingdom, to be honest. Although they've just put it... Remember a few weeks ago I was moaning about it because I brought it on Fight TV and I didn't watch it straight away and I didn't realise that they only had like a 2-week watch time. I got really annoyed, but they've recently put it back on Fight TV and I've got access to it. I'm not sure whether everyone's got access or just me because I've paid for it. I've got no idea, but either ways I'm quite happy. So I'll have to watch Wrestle Kingdom at some point. Magnus, how much food are you going to eat, you fat git? What do you think? A front chancery by Archer, boot in the gut. Another big knee in the face as well. So Moxley's starting to get more control of the match now. But Archer's a big, strong man. He can just turn the match around in a sixpence like that. But then Moxley's resilience turns it back. Mox now starting to hype himself up. Well, that worked well, didn't it? Mox big boot in the calf of Lance Archer. Mox springs forth. Boom! It's alright, Jamie. The one that's fat git is not my cat. It just comes and eats the food every now and again. Just comes in to say hello. I probably watch the highlights on YouTube, to be honest, Luca. I'm not really that interested at the moment with WWE. Moxley versus Suzuki does sound pretty good. And that is a paradigm shift, and that is a 2 count. Wow. I thought that was going to be it. I was convinced that was going to be it. Extreme Foals. Is that like a version of Extreme Rules that involves small rodents? That's extreme volts, isn't it? It will be a horror show, yeah. The thing is, you can't really trust any of WWE's taglines anymore because they called their last show the greatest match in wrestling history, whatever it was called. So you can't really trust them too much, as Moxley does pick up the victory over Archer. That's a big win for Mox. Of course, the current United States champion is AJ Styles. So this win for Mox is pretty good. It often happens on this game, to be honest. What are you doing in there? Let me go check this cat out again. Make sure it's not doing stuff it shouldn't be. He's got a cut on his head. That's not good. Right, there we go. You're crazy, Lucha. I didn't read the rest of it. I just wanted to call you crazy because you said that. I like the cat. He's nice. He's got a cut on his head, though. I think he's been fighting. Right, main event of the evening time. Fatal 4-way elimination. The winner will be one half of our IWGP Heavyweight Championship match at the pay-per-view. Yeah, it always seems to happen, Jamie. I mean, one's not bad, to be honest. We normally get tons. I don't know why. But there we go. We got the 5. We always get 5 dislikes. I don't know why, but 5 is always the number. It's the 5 personalities of certain people. Chloe, don't laugh and let him get away with that. It's your mother. Here we go then. Fatal 4-way elimination. It happens every stream, Jamie, for some reason. We get 5 dislikes in the space of 30 seconds. That's it. I don't know why it keeps happening, but I did bring it up with YouTube and said, look, we can stream for 5 hours and we get 5 dislikes all in the space of 10 seconds. They're like, yeah, it's normal. So I don't mind. If someone dislikes it, they dislike it. That's fine. But the fact that it's just in such a short period of time is what makes me think that it's not 100% real. That's it. That's terrible. That's terrible, you two. You sound like an episode of Jeremy Kyle waiting to happen. Athena, what's he doing now? Is he still playing with the carrot? Is he leaving? No, he's going back for more food again. Okay. Chunky git. No, he's playing with the other toys now. So yeah, point for each elimination in this one. Minus a point for being eliminated, of course, as well. Shinsuke and Jay White on one side of the ring. Not Nakamura, sorry. Nakamura, Jay White on one side of the ring, yeah. And Tanahashi and Omega on the other side. Yeah, it's elimination, Jamie Green, this one, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll have to do it afterwards, yeah. I do, Jay, but she's got a puncture at the moment. Saito suplex by Nakamura on Tanahashi. Omega slides back in. Nakamura flattens Omega with a big clothesline. And Nakamura now dropping Jay White. Next show, we'll have another 4 of these. It's going to be Okada versus Suzuki versus Naito versus Jericho. Yeah, I mean, we're already halfway... Well, after this match, Jamie, we'll be halfway through. It's not too bad. The streams are normally around about 2 hours, to be honest. It's not too bad. Well, that means I'm going to end up eating a curry at 10 PM, which is going to be pretty interesting. Single leg Boston by Jay White, but too close to the ropes. Big high... Is it high fly flow that Tanahashi uses, I think? On Omega into a sling blade as well. As Jay White up high. Tanahashi with a pin on Omega, and Tanahashi eliminates Omega as well. Wow, okay. Kenny Omega eliminated first in this one. Why has he already got... Oh, no, that's why. Because I'm on the wrong person. Kenny Omega, there he is. And Tanahashi gets a +1. So not a great start of Omega then, is it really? Yeah. God, yeah. That would be a long one, wouldn't it? All 3 guys back in the ring. And Jay White and... Oh, Jay White was going for that switchblade. Possibly Jay, or I'm all up for... If Okada doesn't win next week, I'm all up for building Okada versus Omega as a feud for the next pay-per-view. Nakamura taking Tanahashi down. Yeah, to Magnus, are you leaving? Okay, Magnus is leaving. He's had his food, he's happy now. Nakamura dropping the Yurigoroshi onto the neck, of course, of Tanahashi. Jay White re-enters the ring. Looked to clothesline the back of Nakamura. Nakamura avoided it. Now they're both trading strikes. Big knee by Jay White. Into that snap suplex. Tanahashi now bringing Jay White back up into the head scissors. Mate, if you want to pay £80 to watch the pay-per-view, I'm more than happy about that. I'll take that all day long. Nakamura being smart here then, just taking a second to recuperate and allow the battle between Tanahashi and Jay White to continue. Sling blade on Nakamura. Tanahashi now looking to bring him back up. There's the jawbreaker. It's not Luca, no. I don't know what mine is, to be honest. Mine's like a whole TV service, not just sports. Nice clothesline. Oh, and a big clothesline once again by Jay White on Nakamura. Jay White now taking Nakamura up into that package. Wow. I mean, I'd like to go down the lights of I'd like to go down the lines of Nakamura versus Ibushi intercontinental-wise. That was one of my favourite matches from Wrestle Kingdom. That was a few years ago. Tanahashi neck breaker on Jay White. Oh, you're going to explode, Chloe. takedown there by Tanahashi. Bringing Nakamura back up to his feet. Into another sling blade. Tanahashi stalking now. Into that dragon suplex. There's the pin. And Tanahashi gets another elimination. This time on Shinsuke Nakamura. Tanahashi looking very good here with 2 of the eliminations so far. Can Jay White stop the reign of Tanahashi, or is Tanahashi going all the way? Russian leg sweep by Jay White. Stalking Tanahashi. There's the switchblade. Wow, this could be it. This literally could be it. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Jay White has nicked it. Jay White has nicked it after Tanahashi did all the work to get the eliminations. Jay White has just snuck in and stole it. And Jay White is going on to our New Japan pay-per-view to fight to become the first IWGP Heavyweight Champion. IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Boom. What a win for Jay White. Morning, Justin. We're already halfway through, mate, to be honest. We've just finished off our first show, our first episode of New Japan. And we're going to be moving on to NXT now for their second season. That was a very good card. Very good card. I feel like NXT have really got a lot to live up on, but then again, they have done. They've had to do it in previous careers, haven't they? They did it last time round.